What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout, and as always, I got my podcast partners off in this thing. Big Galaxy, Hot Boy Turk. What's good with it, fellas?
Deserve.
Yo, what up, what up?
Hey, man, we back in this thing again with some current events and some current topics. We've been talking about everything all off camera. There ain't no telling if that might seep back on camera, but first we need to get into, what's going on in this world as we know it, okay? Recently, Steele, Young Thug's lead attorney, they said that he signed up to defend Diddy in trial.
Yeah.
What are y'all thoughts on that, man?
He's coming home, coming home. Steele. Hey, man, Steele is the man of steel, man. And to be honest, bro, I seen Stevie J, man. He was on TMZ, and they was asking him, how he feel about everything that's going on with Diddy, and he was saying, you see how 200 and some cases didn't drop the Bumblebee man or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can't even practice law no more.
Yeah.
With the Diddy hotline and all that shit, because I called the motherfucker to see if it was real. Like, I couldn't believe that they had this shit going on, but it was a bunch of lies.
Yeah.
Then they dropped a lot of other shit on Diddy, a bunch of lies.
Yeah.
So now it's like, even with the situation with him and Cassie, now Diddy was being a low down nigga in that video. You know what I'm saying? We don't condone no violence.
Exactly.
But Diddy didn't do anything that a black man never seen before. And if we want to just be real about it, you know what I'm saying? All of that other allegations, bro, I just feel like, that shit is just a bunch of bullshit. And I think the man do got a strong chance with coming home. And Steele probably be the man to bring him home, bro.
Mm-hmm. Get in here with.
Yeah, I kind of agree with the premise of what Turk said. Now, I will say that when they first locked Puff up, what got me, what got me was it's supposed to be a sex trafficking case. There was supposed to be I guess some type of RICO as far as just moving drugs and moving human trafficking across state lines, right? It seems like they don't talk a lot about that aspect of it anymore. Now it has turned into a smear campaign, talking about his sexuality. A lot of reports coming out or about how he abused women, and I get that. So I'm not here to really, if we're talking about, if off the rip, if they came and said, okay, hey, we locking Puff up, and the charges are he throws freak parties, he's gay or something. None of these things are really against the law. Now, if you beat a woman to death, that's against the law. But none of these things are really against the law. So it seems like to me that they tricked us. They told us that this was a trafficking and messing with minors case. That's what got everybody in uproar first. Yeah. That. First like, dang man, Puffy messing with 12-year-old girls. And he got them at a party, and he got them sex trafficking. He flying them in from Cuba or whatever, and making them, make them sex workers and all that kind of stuff. That's what I thought was the meat and potatoes of the case. Yeah. Now it had just turned into Puffy a freak. You know what I'm saying? His personal behavior. What he does at his parties, what do he prefer a man or do he prefer what? A bunch of other bullshit. So with that being said, unless you show me, you raided the man crib, the FBI. You know what I'm saying? What were you looking for when you raided the crib? You came out with baby oil. Okay, we get it. Puff a freak. Puff don't party like Wick party. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But you told me when you raided the man's house that there was sex trafficking going on with minors. I need to see that right there. If we don't see that, then I feel like he'll go home.
It seemed like to me, man, when Hollywood or Beverly Hills or wherever the part of that was in California burned down, a lot of evidence and things of that nature burned down as well, and I feel like a lot of these people probably thought when Puffy was, building up his team with the black movement, that Puffy was gonna go against a lot of things that he didn't see. before you get us, we gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead on and lock him up. I believe Puffy know a lot of things about other things that we don't know, and that's why they put him in a situation to where we don't believe nothing that nigga saying. Let's defamate his character, a smear campaign. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do, bro. And now it ain't none of that going on. Now, I guess we just let him out the back door, and we gonna use a white man to do it. You feel me? So, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Well, because you already said, from the beginning, we kind of know that it's either one or two things. One or two. Either you did everything that they saying you did, or you don't piss somebody off.
Yeah.
And it's leaning more towards you don't piss somebody off.
Exactly.
And now it's just a smear campaign. At the end of the day, Puffy still loses.
Yeah.
If he walks up out of jail after this trial is over with, his reputation has been tarnished. A lot of the Hollywood elite, the record industry elite, they're not gonna probably want to touch him. That don't mean that he's not gonna be my broke. You know what I'm saying? Puffy always been to get a bag, but not according to the lifestyle that he's accustomed to.
He's not gonna have that same touch that he had.
Correct.
But if I was Puffy, man, just like Stevie said, man, I would give a party. Invite everybody.
I don't think Puffy even be doing too many more parties.
I would invite everybody because niggas gonna always go to a Puff party. And all you motherfuckers that come to the party, I think is all cool. I'm gonna get on that motherfucking mic about Puffy and say, you know what? Fuck all you bitches. I don't never want to see y'all motherfucking day in my life ever again. Because I don't like how a lot of people turn their back on Puffy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people know they party with Diddy, bro. You know, I didn't went to a Diddy party, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to make it like I'm gonna go ahead on and separate myself from anything, but bro, a lot of people ain't seen none of the shit that they was saying to this man, and nobody came to his defense, bro. And I think that's fucked up.
A lot of people did though, Turk. A lot of people not saying. People are saying, everybody that I'm looking at either. They went, but they didn't. They wasn't at. I mean, I don't have Duke in here. He'll tell you he was at a party. He just wasn't in the upper room. You understand what I'm saying? I think that Puff, like a lot of us, has two different lifestyles. He knows, who he's gonna deal with on this style and who's he gonna deal with this on this style. So I don't think that people are distancing themselves from him, but they don't really know. Hey man, I stopped at the party at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, man. Me and my old lady, and we was gone by 7 o'clock.
I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about other people that were in the upper room with him, who distance themselves and ain't come to his defense. It's like I ain't in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be though, Turk.
But I also feel like, bro, have my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just say fuck me. Nigga ain't go see the man, write the man a letter. You know what I'm saying? Ain't look out for his kids. And they was closer friends to Puffy.
Oh, you talking about his personal partners.
I'm talking about people like that. Like how,
Stevie J.
Nah, Stevie J fucking with
him. No. But what I'm saying is,
the rest of them niggas who act like they was just like Stevie J, but them niggas that
those people at the party don't owe him no loyalty though.
No, not them. I'm talking about the niggas who was his niggas, like Stevie J. Stevie J wasn't his only nigga. What I'm saying,
right?
Stevie J wasn't the only one who's standing up for Puffy right now. The rest of them niggas should have did the same motherfucking thing like Stevie J, bro. He put it all on the line. Ain't nothing happening to him. So all that moving in fear, all that's fucked up. So those are the niggas I'm saying when Puffy get out, man, Puffy will be a damn fool if he associate himself with them damn fools who say you're a damn fool by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
But that's 100% what I'm saying, bro. Of the industry. See, that's my thing that I was saying when I first started seeing everything go wrong. When Diddy went to trial, you saw his kids and his mama there.
Exactly.
But that's what everybody be having.
But that's my whole point too. But it's even worse in the industry where folks is gonna turn their back on you the second that they can. A lot of folks will be in there partying, but you can't wait for the party to end.
I heard him talking to Kanye West, man, and he was telling Kanye, man, ain't none of these niggas, man. Man, you the only one, bro. I appreciate you. And that was surprising to hear. Nobody?
Yeah.
I don't think it's nobody. I think, like I said, when you go into a relationship, how we talk about this all the time, there's a thin line between a personal relationship and a professional relationship.
Yeah.
We get that mixed up all the time that somebody owes us something. This is a professional relationship.
Yeah.
If the feds come be how you up right now, I'm gonna fall back because I don't know.
Okay.
I'll be shocked. Like,
okay,
damn,
Caresha, that was his old lady, his woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think she could have been a little bit more supportive. I'm just being real.
Though. I mean,
this my lady, bro.
Yeah.
My woman held me down, bro. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck what they said about me, nigga. She was there the whole time and held me down. Caresha was that man woman.
Okay, and I'm cool with that.
You know, like, you don't feel like she should have been.
No.
There?
Yes, I do. I think we talking about two different.
Yeah, we is because I'm talking. You saying business. I'm saying personal. The personal people.
That's it about personal.
But see, I think what he at with it is he don't believe that any industry relationship is personal, and you saying that Caresha looked like it was a personal relationship.
He talking about a girl that's his old lady.
That was personal, bro.
Okay,
that girl looked like she loved that nigga, bro. And I fuck with Caresha. This ain't no shot to her, but man, when you're a down bitch, man, you down, man, and you gonna ride that shit out.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, too, we don't know the extent of that relationship. You know, it's always seemed like it's personal when you don't stuck your foot out for some shit. How do we know Puffy wasn't just busting her down every now and then? I don't have women. I don't have women that you swear to God we tight, but I only hit the bra. I would only. So all my women do that. I would only hit the. I would only hit the bra once a month. Twice a month. You see what I'm saying? And we have an understanding of what our relationship was. You feel me? We I'm gonna hit you when I want to holler at you. We might snap some pictures and go grab something to eat and bust you down and goddamn I holler at you again. You understand what I'm saying? Now if you looking on the outside looking in, Turk, and saw me and her booed up walking down Peachtree Street and took that as far as we in love, then that's what you saw.
Let's let Caresha answer this. Caresha was in love with Puffy. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. She was in love with Puffy. She was in love of the status, the money, and everything about him. She called that nigga daddy, and they went hard for each other, man. And I feel like if that wasn't that, then I could stand to be corrected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And since it was a public, relationship, we have every right to speak on it. You feel me? Like my bitch would have held me down, dog. You know what I'm saying?
She's supposed to. That's your woman.
Me? So Caresha is a city girl. She a real bitch. So is she really real like she says she is?
I don't even know because, like I said, I think we talking about two different things. My point that I'm making, is that if I get in trouble, which I have been in trouble before, I done been sitting down there in front of Judge Baxter, like I done told this story plenty of times. I didn't expect to see nobody but Beverly, Barbara, my brother, my son, my uncle, my cousin. You
expect your bitch to be down?
I mean, my old lady that I'm with at the time, she was there. But I'm talking about I wasn't expecting Turk to be there.
You expected your female, I'm gonna say your woman. You expected your woman to be there,
but that wasn't Puffy Main's woman.
Man, that was his woman.
He was busted. Puffy got that.
So you saying she just was a busted baby?
Probably was. And were they married?
This is my thing.
Were they married?
I think that was his
main
main
married?
squeeze.
You're married.
I wasn't married then, though, but that was my main woman, though. You see what I'm saying?
But there's guys that have a main woman and have 5 main women with the status of a puff daddy. Y'all can understand if you're saying if Jay-Z get in trouble, we expect Beyonce to be there. But if he knocking a broad off on the side, you know what I'm saying?
So Caresha and Puffy was business, so I guess they gonna pick up where business was business when he get out.
I'm not saying they was. I don't know that.
Well, see, this is what I think. I think that now that he has Brian, the real deal,
Caresha
Steele,
coming back
lawyer, everybody's coming back in, not just Caresha. If Diddy gets to beat this trial and he comes back with that money and that money ain't went nowhere and he's still just as rich.
Come on,
now, we don't know nothing else about this world we living in right now.
He's supposed to respect nothing but money. And they don't got no pride.
Got no pride. So if he come back to me something, I'm rich as hell and I still got it. Folks gonna fly right back over there.
I got a first day out party. They gonna be there.
They gonna be there. They like, you beat it.
That's the day I'll be there and be like, you know what? All you motherfuckers could suck my motherfucking. Y'all know what you dig. That's what it was.
So I
I'm
definitely
take that shit
won't be at the
personally
party
because I feel like, bro, like. Bro, if people are innocent until proven guilty, and I feel like every human being, bro, if you fuck with me, bro, don't go by with the media saying if me and you are around each other every day, we chilling. Damn, bro, that shit hurt. Think about how you making me feel. You feel me? Like, I'm just saying, you don't owe me that, but damn, nigga, you feel me? I expected a little bit more from you than other motherfuckers.
Final question: do y'all think that Brian Steele is gonna help Diddy beat this case? Do you think that this case is beatable? Do you think that
I think it's beatable, treatable? You know what I'm saying? And I think Diddy gonna be out, bro. And I think he gonna be, back doing what he do, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's only like whatever Diddy probably in there for something he didn't do, like far as being obedient to God, bro. And sometimes we have to go through that spiritual situation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what Diddy had to do. Like he had to get a humble experience, man, for God. It was a spiritual thing. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? And I think he gonna be out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I told you from the beginning. If you raided the man's house and you locked him up and told the public to justify raiding this house that there was sex trafficking and underage sex workers and minors being flown in and made to be sex workers. If that part of it does not come to the surface, which we haven't heard nothing about that, then everything else is just a moral view of Puff. You know what I'm saying? And morally, you can't convict a person on morally whether like 1,000 baby oils or what sex they like or this and that. And that's what it's seeming like they're more concentrating on now. So now when we get to trial, unless you show me the sex trafficking, the guns, the drugs, the human trafficking, the underage minors, then you don't have a case. Everything else is just a moral view on Puff Daddy.
Okay.
Period.
I think Puff is coming home.
So
that's gonna be a wild thing. So I mean, how do you feel like the industry is gonna react to Diddy when he come home?
They don't got no pride. They gonna try to get back inside.
I mean, you have like you just said, you had people in the first place that was there, with that type of behavior. I don't think that it changes a lot of people, but I think that the people that was not there for that type of behavior, that was just there to network and to party and stuff, I think they'll cause for the pause, they'll pause and be like, you know what, I'm gonna fall back on this time. I don't think that Obama and Trump will be attending if he gets out his new party like they were. You see what I'm saying? Certain senators that did. There definitely no TD Jakes won't be there again. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So it is gonna. A lot of people that was strictly there, for business and for networking, those people won't be there. But for the people that was there for the shits,
yeah.
I don't think it'll change nothing.